Right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome. It is a nice Sunday evening. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to United Hour. I am your host, Robert the Most. You know, future Embremo are trying something here, ball head, the beard, they coming in, and I'm here with Zahir.
Greetings, everybody.
All right. And well, we know we have this game today. With Everton. I think this is our third friendly, I believe. So but we are here to discuss a very, very important topic. Watkins versus Sesko. As you all know, Manchester is in for two strikers, Ole Watkins and Benjamin Sesko. Now, there is the camp that states that Ruben Amorim is an admirer of Watkins and wants to get Watkins in the team because he is medically proven. Now, Pavel, who is upper management, has had previous relations with Sesko, and he's pushing for Sesko. So the competition now becomes which striker really and truly will be best for this team um, right now. So I will keep my opinion for after, but so here you could let us know. I mean, where do you stand on the whole go Watkin and and who should we really go for? Also, remember we have two strikers, Rasmus and my word, I can't remember my name. Possibly.
Joshua Zigzi.
Thank you very much. You see how much these people even matter to me. You see how much. So Zahir, what do you think about the whole thing with Sesko and Watkins?
You see, we finished 15th in the league last season. There is nowhere for us to go but up. Because if we go down, you realize what territory we enter into,
Yeah,
right?
relegation.
So we have to enter into this season with the mindset upward movements. What are we going to be satisfied as or with in terms of upward movements? Top half of the table, top six of the table, top half of the table could be achievable. Top six, look at what the business those teams in the top six have already done for the season, right? If we have to make a decision on a striker, which I believe we do, because I think our overall goal difference last season, correct me if I'm wrong, was either dead zero or in the negative,
I think it was negative, I believe.
right? If it became dead zero, is probably because we won that final game 2-0 against Aston Villa, right?
Mm,
Which is deplorable
mm,
for a club of the stature and history of Manchester United, right? It would be deplorable for any club, but that's the kind of goal difference relegated clubs put up,
correct.
right? So offensively, we were piss poor. Defensively, we were not much better. If you want to improve the team immediately now for the now, Watkins would be your signing. I am not equating him in terms of quality with Robin Van Persie when we signed him,
Uh-huh.
but I am equating him with in terms of the improve the squad now for now. We signed Robin Van Persie on the back of a season where we lost on goal difference to City. With that final Aguero goal
Yeah, correct.
in the
We'll
dying
never forget.
dregs of that game that haunts us up to today.
Mm,
And Ferguson, in his wisdom, realized, well, I needed to score more. So he went out and he got the best striker in the league. Is Ollie Watkins the best striker in this league right now? No. There will be a big debate about Watkins versus Isak versus Haaland versus anybody else. We're talking from last season coming into this season. So that's discrediting the transfers in like the Gyökereses and the others who have come in, right? We didn't get anybody else. And I honestly believe Alexander Isak is a price level too far. Right? And I honestly believe he has his heart set on going Liverpool.
Yeah.
Right? I honestly believe if they get Isak, well, you could pretty much wrap up the title and send it to Anfield. Right?
I think it have some twist to come, but again, I just go ahead.
So if you want to improve the squad for next season, for this season now, and hopefully next season, you're going with Watkins. But then, what length of contract are you going to give Ole Watkins at, I think, 29 going on 30 already? Right? You give him anything more than 3 years with an option of a fourth, then you definitely have poor resale value at the end of that contract. As it is right now, it's a risk. He stays by us, let's say, for 3 years. And let us say he does 75 to 80% of what he's been doing for Aston Villa. And that's hopeful. Because we know a lot of it will depend on the service he will get provided to him. Right? And if we pay the what's the current asking price from Villa? Somewhere around 60-something million pounds, right?
Yeah.
Right. We pay that for him. You're not getting that for him when you're selling him.
No.
So you have to mitigate how much it's going to go down by. Right? Whereas with šeško, you can offset wanting to improve the forward line by the fact that you've already signed 2 of the top goal scorers from last season in Cunha and Mbeumo.
Yeah.
If they can reproduce some of that form, it will take the pressure off the forward line. So you give a younger forward at 22 years old, like Benjamin šeško, time to 1, adapt to the Premier League, and 2, start to express himself. And if you put him at his age on an initial 4 to 5 year contract, then you're looking to sell him if it doesn't work out when he's hitting his prime years.
All right.
So the opportunity, now I understand it's about 70-something million they want for šeško. Let us use a figure for easy maths and say 70 million euros that we end up getting him for. We would not be able to sell him for more than that unless the man hit the ground running and start to drop 20 to 30 goals every season.
And
which, when last has that happened?
It's Ireland, yes. And then even then is like, what team really and truly can come and bid for him? That's only Real Madrid.
Right? It would only be a Madrid, because I do not see us, if he excels like that, or even if he comes close to that and we sell him, even if it doesn't work out, we don't usually sell the top rivals in the Premier League.
No.
Right? I don't consider Chelsea we top rivals, so we could pay them to take Sancho or Garnacho, as the case may be.
Yeah, I would too, yes.
Right? So, for me, it's all about your direction you want to go. I understand the need for the club to be better this season. We cannot accept worse, and we can't accept the same standard. So therefore, there's a natural tendency to say, bring in a man who has been consistently in the top 5 strikers for the last couple of seasons with Aston Villa, and that should continue. But then, if we do that in 2 to 3 years, assuming we keep Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee, and they don't develop the way we would like them to, then we go through the striker merry-go-round again. We had some promising young strikers. I believe one of them was just sent out on loan, right? A couple of the guys who came on in the second half against Bournemouth, especially the young man who scored, they look good, but are they really ready?
Ready for it and
to carry that burden?
The answer is no, because I mean, look at where we are. We are 15th.
The last guy who I thought was ready in terms of skill set and ability was clearly not ready in terms of mentality and talent, because that would have been Mason. Mentality and approach, that would have been Mason Greenwood. Right? And had Mason not had the unfortunate incidences that he had, I don't believe we'd be looking for a striker right now.
No.
Right? This conversation would be null and void. So, partner, if I want to appease the fans now and climb up that table quick, I'd go with Watkins. However, if I'm looking like I think Amarin is looking to establish an identity and build something, I might have to listen to Vivell and say, well, okay, between Cunha, Mbomo, Bruno, and whoever else we have there, we should be able to get enough goals. So we will go with šeško and give him time to button. Right? So I'm not gonna let it stress me out too much. I've taken precautions medically and otherwise. I am already, before the start of the season, on 2 different types of blood pressure medication.
Of course.
One in the morning, one in the evening, so that caters for pre and post game stress.
Exactly.
Right? I have hired a emotional support teddy bear.
Correct.
Right? So when I want to drown my tears, he will be here with me.
And his name is?
Well, this is officially Baby Bear, because he was given to me by my daughter.
Right.
So he can be the baby bear when she is not here.
Right.
So officially, already?
All right. Fair enough. Penelope, good afternoon. She is saying that I am losing my memory. Yes, I am. This club makes you lose your memory, lose your hair, lose the color of your beard. Because I remember 2 years ago, right? My bed was black.
Correct.
I had hair in my head. Now all of a sudden you see what's going on.
Correct.
This club is a pain. And yeah, you are correct. I have to go and see my position and and get my things going. She says once we get a striker who's going to play without Europe. Yeah, that is true. And I think both of them would be happy to come and play.
Maybe on a slight note with that, I think šeško has had more opportunities in Europe than Watkins. I think Villa were only in Europe last year.
Yeah, last year.
And before that, I don't think they were in Europe for a little while.
No.
Right? And then Watkins moved to Villa from Brentford.
Yeah, you're correct.
So there's a familiarity with Mbomo.
Yes.
And him. So all of those things will lead you to Watkins. However, skin out sensei Ghana true. I see the skin out sensei and my mind kind of run on other fellas and other skills now. Yeah. And then them men who in Barbados, Big Phil.
Right?
But I think the not being in Europe gives the players a little less pressure to perform.
Yeah.
It's less of a spotlight on them.
It does.
Yeah, she's an organized blood pressure kit. Yeah, boy.
I mean, yeah, you have to. You definitely have to. I mean, but I would say, I would say this. I mean, I am glad, right, that we are at least looking at 2 very good options. Because
exactly.
Yeah, I have said in the WhatsApp group that I think if we didn't have, I think next season, because we are under pressure, yes, but because we have 1 game a week and we're not under that, I think most people have come to the conclusion that we are either gonna finish top 10 or we are right back where we are right now. And I think Rasmus might benefit from not having to carry the load, but my issue with it is that I don't want to have to rely on him again next season. Because I watched the preseason game. Yes, I know this only preseason, but the guy hit the post once, missed the goal once, twice,
scored once,
okay, I got like glimpses, but he was still, he's still missing Barbados pop over. He was backing up on some man, backing up on somebody. He needs some backing up on people, just
This is what I wonder now with him. Is he more deep within his nature and skill set? Is he more equipped to play, as they say, with his back to the goal holder, collect the ball, hold off, man?
yeah.
Or is he the poacher that you want finishing the goals?
Well,
clearly in the last couple of seasons, he's not the poacher finishing the goals.
No.
Except for that nice little run he had in Europe
when
he was scoring, right?
Yeah.
But then, as people always say, when you hit the European competitions, it is a different, more open style of football. Right? Because these are just win or you go home kind of games.
Yeah.
And not the grind of a league. Right? I don't think Rasmus is going to be that fox in the box like a Solskjaer or a Chicharito or a Van Nistelrooy or those kind of guys. Right? So maybe, to be fair to him, we need to temper our expectations on how we expect him to play. If we put somebody next to him or around him who are better finishers, Mbomo and Cunha statistically are better finishers than him.
Yes.
So if he is willing to link up play with them, yeah. Right? Let's see how it will go. I am hoping that's the direction things may go in. But we have so many tough decisions to make this year. Right? If you're playing a front three of Rasmus or Zirkzee at the top with Mbumo and Cunha behind them, then your captain is forced to play in more of a defensive holding midfield too.
Yeah.
Which we have seen time and time again. It's not where he should be playing. No matter who we put him next to, it's not going to work.
No.
I mean, we could probably resurrect a prime Roy Keane and it still wouldn't work.
No,
because Roy would have to spend half his time cussing the man. No matter what you need to do. As much as I love him as a player, I understand where people like Phil and people like this guy who does be on the United stand, the old guy. Oh gosh. He's always very critical of Bruno.
I can see his face.
I just can't remember his name right. It's just not coming to me right now. But I could understand where their criticisms of Bruno comes from. Right? But in my defense of him, this be, if your life on the line for somebody to create a piece of magic, that is the only man who does it.
Correct.
Whereas in the past, you had a plethora of men who was doing that. You had your Rooneys, your Ronaldos, you had your Beckhams, you had your Giggs, you had your Scholes. You were spoiled for options. Right? Now we don't have that. And sadly, when you are 15th in the league, you have been poorly, and I'm not going to say poorly managed, I'm going to say poorly administered and run for over 2 decades, almost now.
Yeah.
Your attracting power is only your salary that you can pay. And I will say, it looks like Ineos has cut down on that severely. It looks like it, and that has to be a good thing. We can't have people on the Maguire-like and Casemiro-like contracts anymore. That you have to earn that. You can't be coming in on that unless you're buying Lamine Yamal or Jamal Musiala or Endrick or those kind of guys, right? Vinicius Jr. You're buying that level of player. I could probably say okay. Not the kind of people we attracted to put on those level of contracts.
Because we were paying Sancho, what it was like 2 something.
And Sancho is going to sit down because again, Sancho is under no obligation to accept any offer to move.
No.
Right? And all of these things harken all the way back to the Bosman ruling when players had no rights.
Mm-hmm.
And a club could decide, well, I selling you for £50 and 2 packet of crisps.
Right.
The Joe public because I own you.
Right.
And you had no say in the matter.
Mm.
Right? Now, fair enough, that was changed, but now we are at the point where there is too much power with players.
Yes. The pendulum went all the way the next way.
There has to be a legal way or a way within regulations to start having cancellation clauses or payout
In
clauses
contracts,
in those contracts.
Mm.
Because right now, if I were in charge of this club, I am paying out Sancho, I am paying out Garnacho, I'm paying out Rashford.
And go away.
That's 3. I'm probably paying out Luke Shaw, Casemiro.
Yes, please. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's 5.
Mm.
Anthony, I would send on loan again. Let me see what happens because you did do well on loan.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a second loan spell at Betis and you do well, I'll sell you.
Yeah.
Right? The others, you'll get your fair chance.
Mm.
But those have to go. They have to go now. It's beyond ridiculous. Oh God, let me not forget. Oh, no. I want to pay somebody to buy it.
Well, according to Penelope, I mean, Onana on vacation.
Oh, catch breadfruit, the woman said. Boy, I would not put that man under my Zabuka tree right now to catch a Zabuka.
Nah, always.
All my Zabuka go mash up. Right?
Oh, every single one. Penelope is saying if Holland is not getting service. Well, you see, that is a hit and miss to me. I mean, to me, last season he was getting service,
Correct.
not as much as he should be, right? But then this is where you have to be clinical as a striker.
But who were 3 of the main culprits on the wings for being selfish and trying to score for themselves? Marcus Rashford, Anthony, Alejandro Garnacho.
Yeah.
None of those 3 going to be starting.
No.
Right?
Because no.
And both Cunha and Mbomo have excellent track records with assistant play.
Yes.
So this could be the year of it. This could be the year where Hoyland turns into something more than he is. Right? I do believe that with their skill sets, him and Xerxes have a lot of improvement and development still to come. Sadly, I also have to agree with the section of the fan base that don't have patience for that because we slipped too far down. It's not like if we slipped out of the top 4 and we're still in the top 6 or we in the top 8 and we're there and we're thereabouts.
And you can see our way back.
And we're not that far. We just, all right, we have a good season and we're back in Europe.
Yeah.
Right now, if we have a good season, we might just barely be back in the top 10.
Barely. Because the thing is that
we're too far gone for them to have too much patience.
Because most teams, all the teams in the top 10 have improved. All 10. So just to get top 10 right now is a stretch. Because
it is a stretch. And you look at even the teams that have been promoted have made good moves in the transfer market.
Yeah.
Right? Even though like the teams like the Brentford who have sold one of their better players in Mbomo, right? The Wolves who have sold some of their great players, right? Cunha has gone, Nori has left, right? They find a way somehow to pick up these unknown gems and then they turn into what they are selling. Right? I mean, Brighton and all those clubs teams that are excellent at doing that. Picking up players that nobody really heard about or nobody really looking at. And then they excel and then, people come and pay stupid money for them.
Very, very dumb money.
Right? I honestly don't believe that Liam Delap was worth the kind of money Chelsea paid for him. But hey, what? When Chelsea want to be stupid, the whole world should say, well done. Keep at it.
Yeah.
Right? But we're not competing on that level anymore. It is like people will say now. The only time we have an easy run at a player is when nobody else wants to play.
Yes, like
or we go in and say we go pay away or what.
Yeah. Correct.
Anytime we have an open 2-horse race or 3-horse race to sign a player, we are going to lose unless we pay through the nose.
Yes, and we have to every time.
Right? We nailed down the Cunha deal early because nobody else seemed to really be in it.
Yeah.
Right? The Mbuemo deal, we nailed that down because we convinced him.
Yes.
Whatever it is, we had to. But this šeško deal, I'm telling you, if Liverpool wakes up in the morning and decides I drop in $70 million on Newcastle door for Isak will be gone. And Newcastle has already indicated to Leipzig, whatever you want.
I pay the money.
And they have the money to do it.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know what they're going to sell them on. What project it is. I mean, for a striker, you could say, all right, I'm the man who took the club back to the heights they belong to. Okay.
Correct.
Great. Right? Robin Van Persie will always be able to say, I'm the guy who helped them win the 20-year title.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody else won that 20th for them. Right? I was the main striker. Yeah, they helped me win my first one as well. But we get into that territory now, Robert, where can we still say we have the appeal that we had 10 years ago, 15 years ago?
I would say no, because we have not been, even 15 years ago, when we were kind of competing, right? When we had the Jose's and the Ole's and these people, and we were still coming seconds, right? We were still very far off. We had to pay players. We paid Lukaku a bag of money to come.
Correct.
We paid Pogba a bag of money to come back. We paid even Cristiano, we paid him through the nose to come back, because and then we had to pay him through the nose, and then send Sir Alex with his old self to say, son, you should come back and help us. All those things to convince him to come back. Like we are not near the cities, because Man City, right? They paid small money for Turkey and all them players. Like we always had them staying 25 mil, 40 mil,
And if we had gone in for those players, we'd pay about 20 million more. Because to me, that is what you call the convincing extra. The extra we had to pay to convince people to come.
Yeah.
I mean, gone are the days when a man like Sir Alex Ferguson would just intercept a Berbatov in the airport before he flies to where he was supposed to be going and say, no, you're coming to Manchester. I can't see Amorim doing that anytime in the near future.
No.
You get locked up.
Yeah.
You get attempted kidnapping charges.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I mean, and to be fair, what has he done? Like I could understand Pep going and telling a player, look, come by me, and he will go. Even Arne Slot, yes, he just came, but look what he did. He won the league. And
no,
he's buying.
To be fair, right? And what we all said about Amorim last year, not his players, not his squad, he didn't have a transfer. So now he has had his first full transfer. He'll have another one in January, right?
Yeah.
So I think the first main assessment of him comes at the end of this season. Right? Let us see what he does this season. If we go up the table, how far up we go and how much we improve as a team. Physically, I find the team has looked well in the preseason games so far. I know they've managed people's minutes carefully, right? Which they won't necessarily need to do during the season, because like you say, it's only one game a week we're going to be playing during the season. So nobody's going to have the excuse of being tired, overworked, and overrun. So they don't have no reason they can't press hard, run hard, and play hard.
Correct. But I understand that. Because like I do believe for me that I think Watkins is the better bet. you buy him now because he has the goals and he has the assists. Because even last year, I believe he had like 15 goals and I think like 11 assists or 10.
They
So
had a very nice fluid front line.
exactly. And the thing is that with him and Mboma and Cunha, that'll be a very fluid front three.
And
You
as we
know,
said, he has experience playing with them.
exactly. And even if Setsko goes to Newcastle, and let's just say that Setsko blows up, let's just say, he comes next 2 years and he becomes where Isak is now.
Haaland
And
2.5.
right. And if it is that we are to believe Omar Barada, who says within the next 2 years, because he said that last year, that in 3 years we'll be competing for the league. So we have had 1 year already. So now it's two more. I mean, if in 2 years' time that score is worth $100 million and we are in a far better position, who's to say that we can't come in to him at that time and buy him when he is the guy? So we'll be doing now, we'll be doing then what Liverpool are doing now with Isak. I mean, to me, that's, and if Pavel has that kind of pull,
Yeah.
we could tell him, give
Well,
us 2 years.
you're hitting on a good point there because at some point we're gonna have to swallow our pride
Mm-hmm.
and change the way we do things.
Yes.
And we're gonna have to do certain things the way our rivals have done it because they've done it and they've gone ahead of us. And we holding on to an ethos and a history and a standard and a pride that it seems only we as the fans holding on to.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, the players not holding on to it. Clearly, ownership couldn't give a toss about it. And it seems that the only people really holding on to what we were 20 years ago are the fans.
Correct.
At some point, we had to swallow we pride, Rob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, except, this is where we are right now, but we are almost to the end of the show. So we have our third game against Everton, I believe at 5 o'clock today. You were saying how Embremo might start today. He may get some minutes.
It seems like he might play, whether he starts or he comes on,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, I find it very difficult to accept that they would play these 3 games in the States and he wouldn't get at least some minutes in his legs, right?
Yeah.
Because the next game is going to be all about finally giving David De Gea a proper goodbye when Fiorentina comes to Old Trafford, right? Man, if it was me, I would wrap Haaland in Onana in a body bag and send him on the Fiorentina bus with a De Gea jersey on. At this point, I would still take De Gea over Onana.
Of course.
Right? We did the man dirty.
Mm-hmm.
We can't get him back, so let us at least give him a proper
Who say we can't? Must never say never. There's something, what they need is to come down here, Trinidad, right? And find some proper things. Because we all know that some things outside that can convince that David De Gea come back home. Give him some nice.
I am predicting a win tonight, right? I think the team is high on confidence, right? I don't expect a 4-1 like against Bournemouth, right? I would go out and say perhaps a 2-0. Right? Look, penalty saying Mbeumo will be playing today.
Yeah.
Right? I want to see how the system looks.
Yeah.
If he plays, Cunha plays, Rasmus plays, let us see if it's a sign of what will come. Right? I mean, I think we already have this summer series trophy in the bag. So we start the season with a trophy. I mean, clubs like Arsenal don't know about them thing.
No. Imagine Spurs have 2 trophies. 2.
Can understand?
Every month. What's going on?
There it goes. Let us hope for the best this evening.
Well, I mean, I think we might win. If we win another 4-1, I'll be happy. But I think what I would love to see is our first team come out and play, and then when we switch teams, that the second team, the level don't drop.
Correct.
As drastic.
And that is critical. That is very critical that the level doesn't drop.
You know, so that I'm so I am gonna watch the game. I don't know how because you know, Manchester wanna charge people on the app to see friendly games. I don't know why, but
Mhm.
again, I guess so, Jim. Get the
Revenue
Jim.
streams, brother. Nothing free with Ineos.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. You understand? So, but anyway, man, you go find a link somewhere. You go find a link somewhere. You know. So but when it comes to the strikers, we have two. But in the next week, we will see which one we will be getting, which one will be going Newcastle. And
I think before that Florentina game, before that final preseason game,
yeah,
we will have a clear idea what's going on.
yeah.
I do expect this to linger down to deadline day. I really do.
Mm, all right.
Because whoever
Um,
we buy,
yeah,
that oh look, Penny, okay, lineups are out, yeah. Good.
yeah,
Beautiful. Thank you, Penelope. Good looking out. You
yeah.
see, this thing go down to deadline day, then whoever sells have no time to buy.
No, correct,
Right?
correct.
So they're not gonna let it drag out that much longer. I think give it a week again.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
all we need
fair.
to hear in that week time is the here we go.
Exactly, exactly. But thank you again, Dahir, for coming out. For everyone on the live, make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more videos coming out, a lot more content coming out. So stay tuned. We have Mr. Worldwide. He is up there in the States. I know
Mr.
we have
Lyman with every gal everybody else like.
you understand. But I know he has something for you, so make sure you message him. Make sure and
Mm,
tell him don't forget. You understand? Because I know, because I know it is be serious outside. It be serious. You understand? So, but everybody, thank you very much for watching. And as Chad always says, Red Devils, we don't die,
we
we
multiply.
multiply.